Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Trent Dressel from CourseCareers. Today I'm speaking with Prince to talk about his journey breaking into tech sales. Prince, why don't you share with everyone what you are up to now, downtown Chicago? The summer's approaching. You had a really interesting description about your MBA, your education, wanting to even own companies one day. So, can you just talk about your journey breaking into tech, what you're up to before tech, and what you're doing today?
Yeah, thank you. I mean, thank you for having me on the show too. Um, Life is good. I'm very grateful to be where I am right now. A couple months ago, it wasn't, the same. I guess I can just go through a little bit about my background. So I recently graduated, with my MBA, and then so right after my graduation, I was kind of like at a standstill with like what I wanted to do in life, because I was like, I know I wanted to own my own company, but like I just didn't know what or like how to start. And then for me, I was just kind of like researching different industries. I had my undergrad was in economics, and my career and what I studied focused mostly on economics, business, and finance. Like I knew like I didn't want to go into economics, and with finance, I could be a financial advisor, but like it's not something that like I just love with a passion. And then funny enough, one of my good friends, he just told me like to get into tech sales, and I was like, okay, cool. I was like, what is tech sales? I don't know what that is. Like I have a background in sales. My previous job, I was BDR at a logistic company, so like I had a good understanding of the sales terminologies and how to sell different services and products to prospects. But then I first came across tech sales watching Cyrus's video. I think that was like my main introduction to it. And I saw the interview that he had with Anthony O'Neill as well. And I mean, like at first I was like kind of like skeptical because I was like, I mean, when I think of tech, I think of like computer science, like software, like you have to be able to like get into the weeds of like computers, and like I don't like that kind of stuff. I like people, I like interacting with people. Like I don't want to be sitting on a computer screen all day. But I started digging, learning more about what tech sales is and like just the different industries in tech. And for me, I just kind of like, realized and decided that, going into tech sales was one of the best ways to ensure like financial freedom. Because I mean, I have certain goals in life. My main goals are I want to be financially free. I want to take care of my family and also in the end build generational wealth. Like that's like I literally write down all my goals. And that's one of my goals. And I think for me, getting into tech sales, it really helped me achieve that goal. So I can talk a little bit about like my journey within course careers as well. So for me, when I was researching, the different boot camp and programs, for me, I just kind of felt that at that time, I didn't really have enough money to like invest in like a $12,000 course. So Course Career was definitely like a good investment in my book. And it really was an investment. I literally like used my last paycheck from my previous job. Because I was like, listen, God, like, I don't know if I'm going to trust you. And I remember, um, so it started last fall, like October. My previous job, like, it was good, but I just didn't feel valued enough at the company, and like I was getting paid very little, and it was a struggle. And after I finished my MBA, um, I was still struggling in terms of like finances, and for me, I started researching, watching the YouTube videos about tech sales, and then I was still like on the fence about it because like I wasn't really sure if this actually worked. I mean, like I've seen people in all the videos, and to me, I was like, okay, I mean, that's good for them, but I'm not sure if it's gonna work for me. Like I was kind of like in that like hesitation mindset, which I felt like held me back. So, for anybody who's on the fence, I would just say go for it. Like you have nothing to lose. So for me, fast forward, it was January 1st. I was like, you know what? It's 2023. I need to like start making big moves, like I'm tired of just like sitting and being stuck. And then I remember I bought the course using, Cyrus's link like January 6th, and I was like, you know what? I am dedicated enough. like this is what I want. So like I started the course January 6th, and my initial like um opinion about the course, it was really helpful. Like I liked, how you guys really formed a community within Course Careers. I think it's very hard to do that like on like an online platform, but you guys have done a really great job doing that. Um, so just having that like access to coaching, to the Discord group, and also like to the learning materials anytime I wanted was really helpful. You know, and for me, let's see, I started February or January 6th, and then I finished the course. Let me see. I wrote it down somewhere. I finished the course like on January 15th, like right on MLK Day. I was like, yes, I pray that this works. And, actually, even before I finished the course, I had like researched like Course Careers partners, and Dun and Bradstreet was one of them. And, I had applied to Dun and Bradstreet, but the lady, she reached out to me and, I told her like, I found out about you guys through Course Careers. And she was like, that's great. You have to finish the course first. And I was like, okay, fine. Because like I was like trying to like find loopholes or whatever, but she was like, you have to finish the course first. And like just like that little anecdote, like I haven't even finished the course and like employers are already reaching out to me. It's like I saw a value in that. And that only like motivated me to finish the course. So I finished the course like in just over a week, more or less. And in terms of applications, it's like once I finished the course, I mean, while I was doing the course, I was still applying. But like once I
I
finished the
want to
course,
I want to pause on that point, Prince, and sorry to interrupt you. I appreciate you going through this. It's interesting hearing your story and just the quick timelines of signing up for Course Career, start of the new year, fresh start. I believe in myself. Let's get it going. And before you even finish the course, you had an employer reach out to you.
yeah,
How did
it's
that
crazy.
happen? Because I know a lot of folks that in a dream world, you do the course, you invest in yourself, you get the information in Course Careers, and we have partner employers that pay Course Careers to hire the students because it's this talent funnel of so many capable, highly motivated people who want to change their life, who want to contribute, and employers want that. So it's such a win-win. It's such a unique dynamic that's not everywhere, but not everyone gets reached out to because ultimately it is competitive, and the higher you can score on the final exam, the more you can demonstrate your knowledge of the information, the better you can build up your personal brand with LinkedIn, the higher chances you're going to have of success. How did you, Prince, position yourself to get reached out to by a recruiter? Because that is really special.
Yeah, thank you. That's a great question. For me, it's definitely like my LinkedIn. I've worked really hard on my LinkedIn and just like being able to network with people. That was a big thing. And also, like, I remember in the intro video, because I know, like, before you pay for the course, there's like a quick intro video of like the course and what you'd be learning. I remember there was like a list of companies on that intro list, and like I was like, okay, is this like are these real companies? 'Cause I'm very skeptical, but like
Yeah.
it's the Virgo in me. Like I need to like know what it is for what it is. So I researched all the partner companies, and I mean, they are real employers, and they are very reputable companies. But yeah, I mean, I think it was just God on my side, and just like not like believing in myself and just manifesting all that. So yeah, definitely like LinkedIn, and also just trying to build that connection over that
What
way.
specifically can folks do to differentiate their LinkedIn profiles today? We know that professional headshot, 500 plus connections, the background, the summary are all important. What else is really important that led to your success?
I think skills, like building up on your skills, because on LinkedIn there are different courses that you can take, and like the more courses you take on LinkedIn and you post it and like you're actively, sharing your thoughts or posting on LinkedIn, it opens up your network. And on LinkedIn there's like this kind of like algorithm where the more you're on LinkedIn, it connects you to like people. So it's like that's my only advice. My only advice, just like to work on your LinkedIn and build up your skills. I mean, it really it is like it's all about what you know. So yeah.
Can you talk about, Prince, whatever you feel comfortable sharing, just from a financial standpoint, getting into tech sales? I know that you had some advanced education, you had some past sales experience, so you had a lot going for you before you got into tech sales. Can you just talk about how your life has changed as a result of landing your tech sales position?
Man, my life has changed so much. Like mentally, I am stable now. Because like back in the day, like I would always worry about like my finances and like within like the first 2 months of joining tech sales, I was able to like pay off a significant amount of debt. Like that is crazy. Like if I was still in my old job, it would have taken me to the end of the year just to pay off the debt. So I think, definitely one big thing is, tech has helped me, um, a step closer to my financial goals, definitely. And not only that, but just there's a good like work-life balance, just being able to like either work remotely or like work hybrid or even in the office, and like it's a nice structure and you know what to expect from it. You're connecting with different prospects and just like trying to, funnel your sales pipeline and make more money for yourself. So I mean, overall life has been good. And plus, like it's summer now, so I'm kind of working on my body, So yeah, yeah, say that.
Do you believe you would have gotten into tech sales this quickly if it weren't for course careers?
No, it was hard. Oh man, it was because I remember. So like over the span of what last year, I think like I applied to over 1,000 jobs, but specifically tech jobs or like tech companies, I think I applied to like over 20 companies. I there's this like website specifically for tech companies. It's called like Built in Chicago. It's not a lot of people know it, but like that's like one of the platforms that I use like to find jobs in tech. Same with LinkedIn or like also Indeed, but like I used Built in Chicago. But yeah, I mean, it was difficult. Like every time it was like rejections on rejections. Oh, you're not like and like whenever I make it to the interview process, it's just so competitive. Like I don't know, but I think going into course careers, learning the different terminologies and actually using what I learned in course careers on my interviews, it really showed the interviewer that I knew what I was talking about. And not only that, but like my personality. Because like interview is just being able to show who you are, you know, and also what you know. So I think that's definitely how I was able to break into tech. And I think like overall, you know, last year when I was going through like my tech journey, I was just praying every day, trusting God every day, and ultimately like everything aligned. I finished course careers, I had many opportunities, and now I'm in tech, and
You
I'm gonna
talked
keep being in tech.
you talked about, Prince, that course careers really provide you with a sense of community, with the on-demand information, the Discord chats, the different coaching options, which helps a lot of students be successful. Because I know folks are concerned, hey, will this work for me? Is it going to be worth the investment? And of course, we've linked the free tech sales intro course below to what you were mentioning, just so folks can learn more if they want to just put their foot in the pool. What else specifically did Course Careers teach you that allowed you to really stand out and land the job? Or perhaps that was really useful now that you've actually been in the job and you're applying some of these skills to make money in the real world?
Yeah, that's a great question. One specific thing was just reading the books that Course Careers offers, and also learning about spin selling. I didn't know what spin selling was, and I didn't really know, how to prospect or like how to identify who your ideal customer profile was. But after taking Course Careers, the course really broke down, in details like, okay, if you are a BDR or SDR trying to reach out to a company, who do you reach out to? What type of companies do you reach out to? Even like working on your elevator pitch and just understanding the sales process, like all those things really helped me. And I mean, just to see me implementing those things right now at work, I mean, it's like it shows that value in what I learned in course careers. So yeah, I mean, for anyone who's like still on the fence, I would say just do it. Like you are invested in yourself and you have to believe in yourself. So that's what I did.
What does a day in the life of Prince look like nowadays? What is your specific title and what do you actually do?
Yeah, my title is BDR. So on a typical day, I come in at 9 o'clock. Usually, what I do is I like to plan out my day. I'm very organized. So like I set my task for the day. Usually, so we use HubSpot, and HubSpot is really easy to use, honestly, because like it kind of like tracks all your activities. So
You got a garbage truck next to you?
yes,
You think
oh
that garbage
man,
truck is checking their activities right now?
they are. They
It's all
are.
good. It's all a part of the experience. We're in the city. I mean, I
Yeah, we
heard
are in the
some.
city.
I heard like a ambulance just like 10 minutes ago. I was like, oh my god, like it never stops.
Yeah,
Just
it
like
happens
tech,
all
it
the
never
time.
stops. You got to be ready for this.
You gotta be ready, man. You gotta be ready. Yeah, but a day in the life, organize my task, and then usually, in our so different companies have like different sales process and like rules and whatnot. But for my company, we divided, our regions. So each BDR has like a specific region that they call into. I'm more or less in the central time zone. So usually I just set a task to, cold call different prospects. So for me, with my company, it's a financial technology company, it's a fintech company, and we sell our software to different independent registered advisors. And day to day, just calling them, trying to understand, what financial portfolio management software that they use, and seeing how we can provide value with our software. Personally, I think we have a great software. It's better than all of our competitors. But just like code calling them, understanding what their needs are, and then also code emailing. And usually we have, different, team sales meetings. Like during the day, I'm usually in meetings. Or like sometimes, like, let's say I'm calling up a prospect and, he or her is interested in our services. I can always just like book a quick introduction demo with them, just to see kind of like what their needs are. And then on the tail end of the day, it's more or less like a downtime, because usually each day I make about 60 plus calls. I'm pretty good at cold calling. Hey guys, okay, so unfortunately the garbage truck took Trent out, and the video's ended. However, if you are interested in learning more about me, please connect with me on LinkedIn. Also, I'm a CourseCareers coach now, so you should definitely see me on the website. I'm always free to just get to know who you are and also try and help you in your tech journey. But it was great meeting you guys. It was great meeting you, Trent. And yeah,